Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here and welcome to some EVE Online, and for today I am going to discuss a Mining 101. It was requested by one of the viewers, not sure if he was serious, but I do still think that it's a worthwhile topic to cover for new players. Anyways, this is my mining ship. It's a Machina, probably the best solo mining ship and what you really should be aiming for if you're serious about trying to have a career in mining in EVE Online. I'll also quickly show you guys my fit. It's really a greedy fit because I have 3 mining laser upgrade 2s in the low slot to increase the yield that I get. I have a survey scanner, then 2 strip miner 2s with Tech 2 crystals, and over here medium drone mining augmenters for my mining drones. This is not a good idea if you do an enormous amount of mining, because 1 or 2 catalysts can probably suicide gank this ship. So yeah, it's a little bit of an invitation to do it like that, but I'll explain to you guys why I'm at actually pretty low risk of being ganked, and I've actually never been ganked myself. It is a problem for miners. Once in a while you can have someone that wants to take out your Machina, and if you're a greed fit like this, they can actually do it for very cheap. But there are ways to try and avoid it. Anyways, Mining 101, you will have to go through the industrial career agent in order to get it. It's actually been a long time since I've done this myself, so I can't exactly tell you all the missions that this career agent gives you, but I'm pretty sure it's still almost the same. So you just have to mine a little bit at a certain place, mine a certain goods. After that, I think you have to like produce an afterburner and maybe do a little bit of logistics as well, move something from here to there, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't say that you have to do the industrial career agent for the experience, although if it's the very first time maybe it can be useful, but really the mining mechanics and the production mechanics are decently easy to comprehend. You do, however, get a venture, and that is definitely worth it. Why? Because the venture is actually the best ship at something, at gas harvesting. So if you can actually get that from a tutorial agent, that's actually pretty damn nice, and definitely worth going through the industrial career agent for. Next up, after that, if you are a dedicated miner, you will want to find a good system. Me, for instance, I'm here in Iona, so let me undock. And you have pretty much 2 choices. Either find a system with a lot of belts, and if I go to asteroid belts, as you can see, Iona has quite a lot of them. Another option is to try and find a system that doesn't have too high a local. If you have like less than 10 people, there is a good chance that you can do a decent amount of mining in peace. After that, after you've chosen your system, you will want some bookmarks, and here are mine. As you can see, I have 29 bookmarks in like the top 15 belts in Iona. So let's just warp to one, and I will quickly explain to you guys how I do make these bookmarks. Basically, you go towards a belt. If you warp in at 0 though, you'll end up like 10-11 kilometers from the nearest asteroid, right in the middle of it, and that's not optimal for someone that wants to mine. You actually want to end up right in the middle of the asteroid belt, so you can deploy your mining drones and that they can work with optimal efficiency. So what I always do is I make 2 bookmarks in every belt, or I've done almost every belt here. I think having 29 bookmarks here in Iona is plenty to do some mining. I don't really need to go through every single belt, but you do want enough of them. And if you make them like I did, for instance, this is where you'll end up, right in the middle of the asteroids. And so let's say that you would warp in at 0, you would come in right on this small marker right here. What I do then, what the hell, is I choose one asteroid at a side. Let's say that one over there, that Scordite one. Let me actually disable the tracking. And then I just do save location, call it 1.1. I would go to another one on the other side of the belt, maybe a little bit more to the edge of it, and here again I would bookmark that again, save location belt 1.2, and this is how I would make my bookmarks. You can do this pretty quickly with a frigate, or you can try combining it with a few mining cycles if that's really what you want to do. But you do want a lot of them, and this is one of the reasons that I probably have never been suicide ganked, is I never go to the same place twice. So here we go, we've got some serpentis coming in. But here, for instance, you've got some decent Azure Plagioclase asteroids that I can start mining on. I always target one very close, like within 2 kilometers as well, for my mining drones, just because their travel time will be so short. They will almost become like an extra strip miner on the Mackinac. And yeah, that's basically how I do my mining over here. So it's pretty easy, you know, you just find your system that you feel comfortable in, make your bookmarks so that you can constantly switch position. This is definitely going to help avoid gankers, because if you don't always show up in the exact same place again and again, they can't really pin you down on a pattern and prepare a trap for you. After that, just try and upgrade your ships, upgrade your equipment. You definitely want to go for something like a Retriever or a Mackinac with Strip Miner 2s and the crystals, just to get optimal efficiency. And at this point, I'm probably close to completely solo 15 million an hour or something like that. Now, when do you mine though, or when should you consider getting into a mining career? Because honestly, if you're here because of the huge Gnostic battle and you want combat and action, I would not go for a mining career. But there are 2 ways I think that you can definitely enjoy mining. The first one is the way I do it. When there's one of my videos that's being exported, what I do from time to time is I just put up a movie on my second screen, and if it's like a 2-hour movie, I come mining a little bit here in Iona. After 2 hours, you know, it's another 13 million done in pretty relaxed way. I can also enjoy the movie at the same time, and my video gets produced. So after that, I think I'm pretty relaxed and happy and ready to go again for something a little bit more intensive than that. So yeah, if you have other things you can do in the meantime, you know, mining is perfect for that. Semi AFK mining, I would not advise go and plonk yourself in front of the television without one eye on the screen, because that is how you will get suicide ganked. But it's definitely something that you can combine with forum browsing, spreadsheets, watching a movie, listening to podcasts, watching some videos on YouTube, or whatever you want that you can do on a second screen. That's definitely one way that you can actually still feel somewhat active in EVE Online. You know, this will actually make you a little bit of money, but you also have something else to do, and it's quite relaxed. The other way to possibly enjoy it is the way Arvalis has actually been doing it. If he wants a ship, let's say he did want a Raven at some point, he will actually go and buy the BPC. So he'll buy the blueprint copy, and then he will mine the high-sec minerals himself until he's got enough to create his Raven, or whatever ship it is he chooses. He'll do a few missions in between there as well to get some ISK, so he can buy stuff like the Megasite and the Zydrine that he can't mine himself. And after that he produces his own ship, not because those minerals that he mined are free or anything like that, but this is really how he enjoys the game. He enjoys being able to fly in a ship that he's produced himself, that he's put the effort into it, and so it's really his Raven or his Dominix or whatever it is that he chose to make. And this is how he does enjoy the mining aspect of EVE Online, not so much as trying to optimize the income per hour, but just as a part of the activity in order to produce his own ships and then go and have his fun that way. So these are definitely 2 aspects of mining that you can enjoy solo, I would say. You can also go with a mining corporation. They will have much bigger fleets with Orca and Boost support. You'll be able to almost double your yield with a fully optimized setup. There will definitely be a lot more social activity, interaction and stuff to do in a corporation like that. It can be quite enjoyable as well. So yeah, I would say overall mining, it's definitely not for everyone. The PvPers absolutely hate it. But some people, you know, can really enjoy mining and get something out of it, whether it's producing your own chips or just feeling like you've actually not done nothing in EVE Online while you've watched a movie of 2 hours. No, you've made 20-30 million ISK while watching that movie. That's also something that personally I do enjoy about mining. You can enjoy EVE Online in a very relaxed way, and so don't just dismiss it out of hand, but know that it's a serious time commitment. Of course, mining, you need to be mining for hours every single day. If you're aiming for something like plexing your account, it's really not something that I would recommend. But mining with a goal, like trying to get to the Mackinac, trying to get to the Tech 2 miners, optimizing your mineral refinery in order to try and get to like 5.5 million in 20 minutes, maybe something close to 15 to 20 million an hour is a nice point to be, and something that you can then enjoy at your own pace as well. Don't rush anything like that, but it's also a part of EVE Online that has its place for some players. After that, let's say that my cargo hold would be full. If I go solo, I would recall my mining drones, stop my mining laser, and then just dock up. Let's quickly do that. And here, for instance, I have 1.4 million in the 10 minutes that I've been making this video. I do usually, let's see if I can still do it, abandon the wrecks. Abandon wreck. Why do I do this? I've never been suicide ganked, but I have been can flipped once early on in my EVE career, where someone showed up as red because he stole the rat that I had destroyed, and I made the mistake of putting my drones on his frigate. Yeah, he actually managed to get my very first Hulk that way. So this is why I usually do abandon the rat wrecks that I create. And here we go, let's quickly dock up here. And I would say if you feel like you will be ganked, or if you feel like, yeah, I feel okay with mining every single day for 3-4 hours, don't go for this greed fit. Actually fit a little bit of tank, some buffer. You want as many hit points as you can get. Then you definitely want that then in something like the rigs and some shield slots here as well, because if you're constantly in the same system doing the same thing, you will get ganked eventually. The one thing that's been helping me avoid ganks is actually that I don't always mine. I do a lot of exploration and stuff like that as well, and I'm almost never in the same belt twice on a single evening, and that is definitely something that just so that the gankers can't really pin you down all too easily. But yeah, there you go, guys. Some mining 101. It's probably the most relaxed and easiest, most accessible form of profession in EVE Online, but it's also actually a pretty boring and a grindy way of playing the game as well. You have to be for it, but if you are, you can actually have a lot of enjoyment and like me, end up having mined billions of ISK in minerals like that. I'm not sure if I should be too proud of that, but it's definitely how I've started my EVE career. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.